achieve success with Global.Media.com. Every step forward is a new beat to your drum. Achieve success with Global.Media.com. Then celebrate it with or without champagne.
Michelle Ramos. What would the world be if I didn't arrive fashionably late as expected, Michelle? I never like to let people down, right? I like to be here on any time. That's my time. That's the beauty of my life, right? Welcome, Michelle's. I'm so glad you're both here. Michelle says, I'm excited. So am I. So am I. Yeah. I was concerned, not concerned. I was slightly anxious. Alas, I'm here and I'm ready, right? So let me open my LinkedIn event page. So my friends, I might see more of you. If you are here, please do drop us a comment. Let us know you're here. Otherwise, I won't know you're here. Say something. Hi. You can say bye, but hopefully you're not leaving so soon. But say something so I can welcome you properly. Maybe tell us where you're joining from. I'm trying to become my LinkedIn, my YouTube audience, right? So let's have one of Annie's favorite conversations. So I will say to you, welcome to the What If room. Welcome to What If. Harumi, I see you. Finally, on the LinkedIn is working. Yes, Harumi. I'm glad you're here. I saw you in the studio, Harumi, but you're welcome back. Of course you are. So I'd love to have a conversation with you, but you have to turn your microphone or your camera on. Ideally both, because I can't hear you if you haven't got your microphone on, right? You're welcome to join me if you want to join. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic. I'd love to make you my guinea pig. Yeah, for today's conversation anyway. What else can I say before we begin? Let's give people a few minutes to join us, right? Harumi is one of my new friends. She works in wellness, so she provides products and health solutions. So do connect with her and do find out how she can help. I'm excited about how she helps people. So I'm excited to bring her to one of our events to speak about the work she does. Yeah. Of course, that's one of the things I do, right? If you provide a service that's different, that's better than others, that really helps people, I want to showcase you to the world. I want to help you build a community around you. People who know, like, and trust you and will buy your products and services. So that's why I want to bring Harumi into the world. So anyone else who's here, so do drop us a comment. The other thing I do, my friends, which is publish books. And I will say, there's my book over there, Lessons Learned from COVID. I could try and point to it, but I won't. What I will do is show you a real copy, which is here. That is the book, Lessons Learned from COVID. So if you haven't bought it, please go and buy it. It's not available on Amazon. That's an ebook and it's a print book. So do go and buy the book, my friends. You'll enjoy reading about from the 10 authors, in the book, including myself. So you have diversity of views, diversity of experiences, the pandemic, diversity of lessons that we learned. Lessons we learned that helped us to survive, not just survive, but to thrive. Yes. Michael is here. Michelle says, any the wizard. Yes, right. Now, Harumi, it's a matter of time, my friend. Most people I know do events eventually. And for you, I think it's to showcase you to my friends, like I say. I want my friends to know who you are, what you do, why you're a genius, and all the good things that come with that. Michael, you're here. How are you doing, Michael?
I'm all right. And how are you?
Are you home?
Hold
Are
on,
you
Eddie.
home?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
home.
traveling?
Not home. I'm at work,
Are you still at work?
but
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got a
Have you
little bit
got?
of a break, lunch break,
Okay. Do you have two tabs
and I
open?
got. Say that again?
Do you have two tabs open?
No, I
There
only
was
have one.
an echo somewhere for it. Okay, it's gone now, so that's all right. That's cool.
Yeah, I was
That's
I was in the move. I create an
excellent.
echo when I'm on the move.
Okay, now so for you, what? How long do you have?
30 minutes,
Okay, no, that's
and
long
then I
enough.
gotta jump into a meeting. Yeah.
Yay! A pointless one or a good one?
It's a good one.
Okay, so any sort of hate. I don't hate meetings. I just don't like wasting time in meetings. I'd rather be
Hmm.
working and doing stuff than having yet another meeting. Especially at
Efficient
work.
Annie.
Yeah,
Efficient Annie.
there's
Okay.
tools to talk to each other, right? We can collaborate without sitting there for an hour and a half in front of each
Yeah,
other
but
doing
it's
nothing.
not one of those. It's an online thing, so we're good.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Look, I'm glad you're here. Michael is one of my sidekicks. I say sidekick. Michael's more Michael.
Hmm.
I'm probably his sidekick because he likes to influence me with these crazy thoughts, these crazy ideas every day. But it makes me laugh.
Yes, I do, Annie. I do,
You do,
and you
you,
always laugh on.
yeah, yeah. And I
Just
like
to
to be,
get just,
I like to be amused.
and I do it just to get a chuckle out of you.
That's you always get that. Even when you send me diabolical stuff, I still laugh and they say, I'm not looking at that. As I'm saying those words, I'm still laughing, right?
What did I send you that has been diabolical? Really?
What you
Maybe
want to
I
go through
gotta.
all the ones from yesterday
No, no, no,
or,
not really.
or today?
Let's
They are
let's forget
all
I said that.
diabolical. They are diabolical. Every single one. It's not. I guess I don't suffer FOMO, right? I don't have that fear of missing out. So if I don't see it, I'm quite happy not to see something. And like whatever, my life is not going to change. If I see it, my life's not going to change either. That's why I have my ignorant attitude, Michael. But I'll grow up one day. Trust me, I will grow up one day. Right. Look, our topic today is very important to me. I better put my YouTube on first because I can't be missing out on watch hours. Have you subscribed to my YouTube, Michael? Michael? No, Michael's gone. He's here, but he's not here. Hopefully, he will come back.
Uh, that's an response.
That's a no then. I'll send you the link, Michael. I need another subscriber today, and that's you. I'll take it. If you watch some videos and comment and like and that sort of stuff, I'll be even more grateful.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mm.
Send me the link.
Yeah, there's good stuff on there, Michael. Yeah, I've got the best part of 400 videos, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's good stuff.
There is. There really is. It's amazing stuff.
With 400 vids, there has to be some good stuff.
Yes, yes. And they're all clearly labeled and packaged. They're all in, what's the word I'm looking for? Playlists. So you're not going to get lost. I say all, it's not really all. There's about 50 that are not. So,
Oh,
but I spend my weeks going through my playlists and trying to organize my videos accordingly. You
okay.
know,
That's
it
another
takes,
one of your jobs.
yeah, it takes time. It takes time. Especially StreamYard. You only get certain amount of storage, so I have to routinely clear out videos and then start and then try and do it as best I can. Why is my phone not giving my YouTube? Honestly, that's so boring. Look, our topic today is very interesting, and it's a simple one. And Michael, it is for you, my friend. It's all for you.
Really?
You just have to know.
What's the
Uh,
topic? Let's hear
what's the topic? Okay, the topic is: are you willing to pay the price, Michael? Are
it.
you willing to pay the price to achieve your bold idea? And
Okay.
then I guess that's a simple version of the topic, right? I think now what I really want to go through today is what does paying the price mean to you? what does that really mean, especially in 2025 that we're in now? Right? Cyrus, Mr. Bonavinote, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here.
I'm well, thank you so much. How are you today? How's everyone?
Better for seeing you, matey. Better for seeing you. I'm glad you're here.
Likewise, it's a pleasure to be here.
As far as I know, everyone is all right, buddy.
Look, Cyrus, hopefully will tell us about his book project and his wine project. They're two of the same thing. So do listen out and do support his work.
It's a book about wine.
Yeah, that's why his name's Bonavinote now. That gives you an idea what the wine is, and then also there's a podcast to go with it. Of course.
Cyrus, you haven't sent me any wine.
I'm still waiting for mine, Michael.
It sounds like you're driving, Mike. That's why.
No.
Well, drinking and driving isn't my problem. It's the fact that the wine is not here. That's the problem.
It's a problem, Michael. It's a problem. I'm still waiting for mine. Well, Cyrus, he's getting along with it. Okay, now Matt, how you doing, Matt? You're here too. Amazing.
I am good, my friend. How are you?
I'm all right. Better for seeing you. Like I always say, you three have made my day. There's a conversation to be had. So I'm glad you're here. I can't think of three better people to have a conversation with, apart from myself.
I just want to say thank you to Lois for inviting me along.
Awesome. I'm sure I sent you the link. I sent you the link to come to the studio, didn't I? I did. I really did. Check your WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay. There's probably my partial sight in this, and I've not seen it in any.
That's all right. So Michelle says on WhatsApp, definitely don't think I'm joining at the moment at this stage. It's just laughing at us. Yes, excellent. Coach David is coming as well. He says I'd like to join shortly. Let's hope so. So it is a pretty simple conversation, I think, and I'm hoping that you, the three of you, will have something to say about the topic. Because I think the topic. I think it feels standard, but I think it's something that we have to tease out in terms of what it really means to us. What it means to us, in 2025. Sorry, I'm stuck looking at a picture. Let me get rid of that picture I'm looking at because I get distracted by things online. Right, my friends, let's talk about it. Okay, so there's the reality for us is, I guess, for this room is the idea of what if. Now we all think what if. We think what if, but humans have a strange ability to think about what if in a negative sense. What if I fail? What if I go wrong? What if it doesn't work? What if no one likes it? What if? Let's flip down this head, right? Let's go the other way. What if this works? What if this is the best solution the world's ever seen? What if I've created genius? What if they all love it? What if they all use my solution? What if I change the world? That's the what if I want to live. I want to sort of live. That's what I want to live in. That's what I talk about in this room, right? What if we did? What if we did and achieved? What would the world be like? What would our world be like? Yeah. So I had an entrepreneur coach, an entrepreneur mentor is what I call her. Lolette. Lolette was my co-host at the beginning, but we got so popular that she had too much work to do. So that's Lolette gone. But I love the concept that we discuss here. I love the reality simply because I think for all of us, it doesn't take much to achieve our goals. It doesn't take much to change our world. If only we would truly believe in what if only. Look, I can't make the world necessarily be a different place, but what I can do is share the things I learn with you and try and work on helping us apply those things that we do learn. Harumi, I see that you have to go. I understand. Not a problem. You're welcome to join again in good time, right? Who was the co-host? Michelle. I'm the co-host. I'm the host, the co-host. And well, now I've got guest speakers now. So, and
And
this room,
you are the co-host.
who was the co-host? The co-host was Lolette. Lolette, she's an entrepreneur coach. She is in the Caribbean at best of times. She does come back every so often. And so she runs what those things called retreats for mentors. Lolette Hudson, if you really want to know Michelle, which I'm sure you do. So until Lolette comes back, I'm quite happy to run with the show because I feel the topics deeply, and I guess helping anyone to take the steps toward a bold idea is worthwhile. I think but in truth, what I share with you is what I learn. Like I say, I learn bits every day, and that excites me. So I try and share that learning with you to see how it fits in with your understanding, with your process of achieving your bold idea. So before we start, now, Matt, you have a bold idea, right? And I know you do.
I have many bold ideas.
Okay, excellent. Now, give us one. Give us one.
Okay, so we'll do this with regards to the UK. So the most recent political news, and I'm not going to be political, but is that I think a job title is Deputy Prime Minister, but I might be wrong. Somebody in politics basically manipulated the system so that then the current leadership group can stay in power potentially for longer by going beyond the democratic control that they should have. And so one of the solutions that I represent is called Democry. That potentially you've heard of Middlesbrough yourself. I don't know whether anybody else has because nobody's heard of Middlesbrough, but there's potentially a accelerator or a incubator in Middlesbrough that I'm going to have a chat with in the next couple of days because Okari is going to put in a good word for me to say about starting up Democry because there was, for example, as a consumer user base, a 3 million person petition not that long ago to have a re-election for the government. Now, this recent news today demonstrates how the political system is capable of potentially manipulating the democracy in our country. But Democry is a platform that would enable that not to be tampered with, to be validatable and verifiable and immutable, so that then it is well and truly the truth of what people democratically want to do in our country.
Wow. Oh, that's a mission, right? That's a real mission.
Yeah, that's a tiny little bit of a bold idea, because the bold idea is that most countries around the world face a similar situation, not necessarily directly the same, but there's a lot of people around the world who want to believe truly in democracy and hopefully stop wars, because wars are about, we get told, democracy. Well, if we solve democracy, then perhaps those wars don't need to happen, or maybe we can even use a prototype of that project to demonstrate whether people actually want war or peace in the world. That's a bold idea.
That's a bold idea. That really is a bold idea. Michael, what's your bold idea, my friend?
Live
Michael?
healthy and die.
That's not a bold idea, Michael. That's not a bold idea. How are you going to impact the world? I've asked you this question many times. How are you going to impact the world?
By trying to impact small people. Basically supporting them in whatever ways I can possibly support them. and um, you know, making sure that their ideas for living a better life for themselves come to fruition. So in other
Mm.
words, getting them out of whatever class that they want to get out of into a better class, if that's the case. Trying to
Okay.
give them if they're aspiring to live in a democracy, trying to allow them to live in a democracy if they can, or if there is such a thing. Anyway, that's me. My
That's your
aspiration
bold
for
idea. Okay.
that's my bold idea.
It's
I
a
don't
it's
have
a big
anything. It's
okay.
not that big. It's just
No, it's a
it's
it's a big idea. Anything that impacts people's lives is a big idea. I always give you
yeah.
examples of the stapler. Or even better still, a bread knife.
Ooh,
Have,
okay.
have you got a bread knife, Michael?
Oh, yeah, I got plenty of bread knives. I don't have a
Cyrus,
stapler.
you got a bread knife? I'm sure you have.
I'm in a
We all have bread
I'm
knives,
in an
right?
office too.
All right, so now, but we'll own a bread
Yeah,
knife.
we have a bread knife. Yeah.
If you think about it, it's the most unnecessary thing in the world, but still, it's a great idea, right? It's a great product. Everyone's got one, And bread comes sliced number one, in case you're wondering, and other knives will cut bread. Strange that. But the person who invented the bread knife is genius. They are seeing the benefits. Everyone has one in their house.
It's the
Some,
worst idea since sliced bread.
some have two bread knives. I hear you, Cyrus. But no, for the creator, it is a bold idea that is impacting the world, whether we like it or not. I'm saying that your bold idea hasn't got to be to fly the rocket to the moon. And as long as it impacts people and it solves this problem for people, it's a bold idea. And I hold on to it and work towards it and go and achieve it. Like I always say, imagine if you actually did achieve it. Imagine how the world would be different. Cyrus, let's talk about Bonovinote, your wine brand, wine podcast. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, tell us, Cyrus. Now, what's the idea?
Um, Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Cyrus, and I've got the pleasure of connecting with you guys from Manchester. So my bold idea is to publicize um, common sense. Really, it's not that common these days, unfortunately. Um, so what I do with Whisperboy.
Yay!
So basically, my bold idea is to use Whisperboy and publicize something um, that is fading these days, which is accountability and growth, really. Um, so in 2019, I started the movement, and my bold idea is to have one representing group in every single country of the world by 2030. So that's what Whisperboy is actually doing and has been doing for the past few years. So my team and my group was asking for a product as well, and I said, well, okay, so if you guys want products, we're going to create products, and we've actually come up with a solution that we take a brand from zero to hero in 6 to 8 months, but minimum 6 months, maximum 8 months, and it's going to be a viable brand in that space of time, and that's what we are doing. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. I guess at the beginning it sounds a bit like Matt's Democrat idea as well, and it's Q.Dot's miracle. I can argue about how you
Yeah,
pronounce Q.
Matt's idea is practical. Mine, I suffer with imaginitis. My head is full of silly ideas.
Do not at all hold that as a negative, Cyrus. That's probably one of your best qualities, really, especially when it comes to today's conversation. I'll come to why in good time. I know. Look, so we're all potentially brave people, my friends. We can achieve greatness, but we have to have the idea, and then we have to be willing to work towards it. So by the end of today, I'm hoping that you're going to leave here with, the Cyrus's imaginitis, that problem of imagination being huge, that problem of dreaming big, that problem of wanting to do big things. And so, without a dream, we're just carrying on. Without a dream, we're aimless. So I think, I'll come to why we need to have a goal, a dream, a plan, and then what it takes to achieve that plan, my friends. That's our conversation today. So where do I want to start? So let me start at the beginning, right? Let me start at the beginning. See, there's a universal law. There's a law of humanity, a law of the world. And the simple law is this, for every action we take, there is a reaction. Push, pull, do, bang, break. I'm saying for everything we do, there's something that comes back from it. I guess that's a simple way of saying we determine our fate. We determine what happens to us, right? And we have to face the reality that our bold idea requires us to take a certain amount of action to get the reaction that we want. Okay. So, you can sum all that up by saying, to achieve our bold idea, to get that reaction from the world, our bold idea, we must be willing to pay the price. If we're not willing to pay the price, we don't achieve anything. Think of that for a second, gentlemen. Are you willing to pay the price for your bold idea? Are you really? Look, it's not a rocket science question. Saying I have a plan. I will tell you what being willing to pay the price looks like. I will hopefully hear from my friends on stage and in the comments about what you're willing to do. What price are you willing to pay to achieve your bold idea? And then how do we leave here today energized and able to start to pay the price that we need to pay? Yay. That's my plan. By the time we leave, so I will explain a 30-day experiment to you. A 30-day experiment that will be directly proportional to the efforts that you put into it. The more effort you put into it, the more results you get. And hopefully that way of being, this 30-day experiment way of being, will become your habit, your norm. And then you'll see your life change drastically. Forever. Your bold idea will be much nearer to being achieved because you're willing to pay the price. When I keep saying pay the price, my friends, think of if you want to be a doctor, you know what the price is, right? It's years of hard work, years of learning the inane things in life, maths, higher maths, pure maths, chemistry, biology on a different level. I'm saying literally, to be a doctor, you must be willing to pay the price of years of hard work, years of learning, years of being a junior doctor, maybe years of getting it wrong, years of killing patients. Sadly, they do. My wife's a top nurse, and the medical profession kills as many people as it saves. Sadly, that's reality, right? So that's my rough idea. I guess much like I say, we have to be willing to pay the price. It's to see our bold idea that's more than just that little thing. It's not just that thing. It's not a little thing either. You know, at the heart of our bold idea is taking the actions that we need to take, doing the right things every day, doing the right things, taking the right steps, building the right relationships. You know, and all said and done, I guess the one that we can't forget is we have to be willing to sell our solution to the world, my friends. And I know everyone's going to say, I hate selling. I hate selling too. But every day we have to learn how to sell better. Whether we're selling to our families in terms of our ideas, there's me trying to sell education and revision to my son. There's me trying to sell the benefits of having a life of choice and opportunities to my son. You know, trying to sell what we do to our friends, to our customers. You know, trying to get our employees and our associates to understand the value of our solution, our bold idea, our way of being. You know, and also the need for them to become exceptional people. You know, of course, there's also selling what we do, our bold idea itself, right? You know, so I'm saying make selling one of the things that we have to learn and be prepared to develop. That's one of the price where we have to be willing to pay. If you're not willing to learn how to sell, your bold idea will just fall flat. Yeah. So, but now let's say you're willing to sell. You know, then the question then becomes, Eddie, what is the price we have to pay, Eddie? Come on now. Tell us, please. Yeah. It's not that easy. There's many things that count as the price we have to be willing to pay. You know, so the first thing we have to be willing to do, my friends, is understand that everything that we do or become starts with what we think about. You know, we must learn to control our thoughts. You know, it's an emotional and an intellectual thing for us. We must learn to control our thoughts. We must learn that what we sow is what we reap. What we put in is what we get out. That be the start of paying the price. Are you willing to put in what you have to put in to get the results you want? Whatever that may be. You know, let's say I got 3 friends on stage and we've all got different bold ideas. I'm saying that to get what we want, we have to be willing to pay the price. Now, to do what it takes to sow the seeds, to get the fruits of our labor, so to speak. Okay, the second thing I would say in terms of what this bold idea, what this price looks like, it is simply realizing that our limitations, the things that hold us back are self-imposed. My son came back from school this evening and this afternoon. I did a show earlier with Paulette about exam revision. And she said, part of the things that you know to do is to get your kids to write down the grades they want in each subject. So I gave him a gold card. I've got gold cards, in case you wonder what they are. It's simply a gold card. So, super paper, you write your goal on there, right? I gave it to him. I'm like, son, my beloved, my genius son, you know, what do you want to achieve in your exams? I know you want to be a doctor. I'm like, right. Write down on your goal card. It's simply your paper with lines. Simply, to write down, I don't know where you can see it. It's actually, it's a bit of paper with lines that says go, set, and achieving. And you write down what you want to achieve. And you carry it around with you. He wrote his grades down. He wants to get 8s in everything. I'm like, I would rather he went for 9s, A stars, rather than 8s. I'm like, okay, no, the choice is yours, son. No, it's you do what you know. It's not you do you. You tell me what you're aiming for, and once you've done that, then we can work with it. You know, so he's gone away with his gold card, and that's where we'll start. That's the price that we have to be willing to pay. Michelle Ramos, laugh. Okay, you're talking to Michelle, I'm sure. Michelle, the two Michelles are talking. Nothing to do with me. Okay, I'm not a cow. Don't stretch me. Use a chainsaw, pull it out, and sew me back up again. Hell no. Okay, that's again. I leave that to you two. As Michelle says, you can control your mind. That's what you can control, right? And that's true. You can't control the thoughts itself, but you can control the time and energy you invest into it. Exactly that, Michelle. If you're willing to pay the price, then you have to be willing to force yourself to think positively when you decide on your goals. Let your imagination run free, my friends. Dare to dream, dare to do. That's my favorite saying ever. That's because that's what I learned, right? Let's stop limiting ourselves. That's my son with his 8s. Let's go for 10 rather than 8. Why do we sit comfortably with what we think we can achieve when we can have it all? See, our bold idea doesn't mean taking on the world. It means taking on the very best in everything, right? It means coming up with a solution that others haven't thought of, haven't bothered to implement. And they come to truly believe in that we are that person to achieve that big thing, whatever it is. There's nothing that's going to beat me to get to my 10,000 books I want to publish. Nothing's going to beat me. I'm well aware of that. Again, do you believe you're aiming for the top? Are you aiming for greatness? Are you aiming for the solution that people need? And do you really believe that you can achieve this greatness? Now, look, on your journey, one thing I'll say to you is that there is no space for pettiness, no space for believing that others can and you can't. No place for believing that some people can and you can, and some others can, but others can't. Focus on yourself, as Michelle says. Focus on yourself. Focus on your thoughts. What you think about is what you become, right? These are important words. So when I said to my son, take your gold card away, every morning, son, look at it and look at those 8s that you wrote down. And then bring to your mind what that means. This is mindset 101, my friends. You wake up, you rewrite your goal, you visualize your goal, and then you go and do it. You go and implement, you go and take action. Because now you believe again. Now, part of that taking action, my friends, is the need for us to act quickly. I don't want to say in a hurry, not in haste. Act promptly and decisively when the course is clear to you. When you know what to do, just do it. Don't pontificate, don't prevaricate, don't procrastinate. Let's just get an undo. I sit here long enough in my office, right? And I think, right, oh, that needs doing. You know what I've learned lately? Just pick up the phone and call them. Be done with it. And suddenly the issue that I've been thinking about for God knows how long, suddenly it's resolved in moments, resolved in that phone call. There's times when I call me what you like. I ditch people and I ditch my best ideas. There's one yesterday where I guess I saw a problem between my client and one of my subcontractors. Once I saw the problem, I had a choice to make. Do I leave it to fester and will disappoint the client, or do I remove the subcontractor from the client and change to another contractor who I trust can do the job equally well, if not better? I made a change. Literally a DM on WhatsApp saying, essentially, it's not you're fired, but I'm making a change. Of course, I had to line up my other subcontractors to ready to do the work. I'm saying to you, you know what to do. Don't take your time. Don't think about it too hard. Just do it. Be decisive. This is part of the price. As you're being prompt and decisive, my friends, you're gonna piss people off. You are. I can see my action yesterday could led to all sorts of whatever accusations, craziness, hatred, anger. But that's not really my thing. I'll tell you why that's not my thing, my friends. My bold idea is to publish 10,000 books. Meanwhile, along the way, I'm going to give clients everything to be their best selves, everything to achieve their goals, everything to achieve their dreams. But here's the weird thing. It's easy for me to say to you, here's my bold idea, right? I run a business that will help me to get that goal, that bold idea. That means I have to involve other humans, people, of course, staff, team, subcontractors, all those people, they're all humans, right? And they have their own way of doing stuff. So I have to be very decisive and say, if you're not working my way, you're going. You're done. Goodbye. It sounds harsh. This is the conversation about what is the priority of a business. Elliot, welcome. I see you. Many people will say to you, my friends, for a business, the most important thing is your staff. No, who says any? My most important thing in my business is my customers. I will do anything to delight my customers, and I will forsake my staff if I have to. That's just how life is. That's me being willing to pay the price, but forsaking my staff, my team, my friends if I have to, right? Look, there's the whole point about that Nightingale says. It says save at least 10% of what you earn every month. Save at least 10%. You think of that. I guess that's just part of the sacrifice and the journey, and that we're getting to, right? Michael. No, Michael's not here. Cyrus. Are you of the view that we have to sacrifice to achieve our bold idea?
Yes, any, and no, any. So I remain convinced that I should do things for my business, for my idea, for them to grow. Yes, I understand that. I understand that I need to go to the gym and I need to eat in a healthy manner to stay healthy. Yes, I acknowledge that. But when you call it paying the price, it sounds like something of a chore or something you have to. When you call it sacrificing. No, I don't look at it in a sacrificing way. Maybe that's the difference in my approach with some of my friends. So the way I look at it is I get to do these things. I don't have to sacrifice, or I don't have to take time out of my day to do these things. So the projects I'm designing, the audio engineering, or the videos I design, or whatever I do. So because in order to achieve that goal, you need to do a few things, right? Some of it you have to outsource, some of them you have to do it yourself, right? So I don't look at it as a sacrifice. I don't look at it as paying the price. The way I look at it is that by the time I'm 80, I can't do any of these things that I can do now. So I better do everything I'm supposed to do now. Okay, so there's plenty of time for resting. There's plenty of so basically no rest for the wicked, eh?
Mm. Yeah, no, looking at I like your perspective. You know, it's sacrifice is my choice of words, because and I think a lot of people think achieving something big is easy. It's not easy. You know, it's gonna take everything that you have. Whether you call it sacrifice, whether you call it something else, I'm saying, you know, it's gonna take, you know, I'll give you a listen in a second, Sarah. So I wonder what you think. And I said, Michelle says, I think the bold idea is committing to the discipline required to be authentic and stand unwavering in integrity and values. I agree, Michelle. I agree. You know, it is that discipline that we need, that discipline to do the right things every day. And as I've mentioned already, that right thing starts with daring to write your bold idea down. What is it? You know, what are you trying to achieve? How are you going to know when you get there? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What impact is it going to make? Be specific. Write your bold idea down. And I want now once you write it down and you think about it every day, you get nearer. That's part of the price I'm talking about, Sarah. So it's not necessarily a painful process that we have to go through. Alas, there are some sacrifices, things we have to go without, things we have to do differently if we want to achieve greatness. Luz, how you doing?
Good evening from the Netherlands. My name is Loes Pijpers. Paying the
Good evening.
price is not just money, it's time, effort, sacrifice, and sometimes taking hits to your ego or comfort. Bold ideas don't come cheap because they are usually untested, risky, or straight up against the grain. Like Edison ran through thousands of failed experience. And first there's the grind, consistent work when the excitement fades. Bold idea sounds great at 2 a.m., but executing them means slogging through months or years, unglamorous tasks. And second, there's trade-offs. You might ditch a stable job, lose sleep, or annoying people who don't get it. And third, there's resilience. Rejection, doubt, and failure are guaranteed. You've got to eat those for breakfast and keep moving. And it's worth it. You've got freedom, impact, or just proving the naysayers wrong. For example, Elon Musk sank $100 million of his own cash into 2008. And bold ideas don't fail because they're bad. They fail because people stop paying the bill. And I will encourage everyone dare to stand up in a crowd and say your ideas and go for it. That's very important, I think. And every situation is different. Some top sporting people can give everything and go for their own goal. But I think every situation is different. When you have to take care of your family or even don't have the time to give everything, that's okay too. And failure is not fatal. It's a step towards your achieving your goal. So you have to get moving and never give up. And that's the same in job search. It's like a marathon. Sometimes it can be lonely for people, but never give up. Every step you make, it's to achieving your goal. You come closer to your goal. So I think never giving up is important, and it's okay when you have struggles or don't feel good at some moments, but just keep on going and never stop dreaming. Dream big. It's important to achieve your goal, what you want in life, because you owe it to yourself, not only helping others to achieve their goal, but you are a person at yourself too. So taking good care of yourself is important. You can't give to others what you don't have. So that's my share. Thank you very much.
No, and as Michelle says, that's a mic drop. That really is a mic drop perspective, Lois. It really is. Thank you so much. You get my conversation. You get what I'm arriving at. Cyrus, you suddenly realize the sacrifices are many things, many things. When I was trying to plan the room, I'm thinking, I'll just invite my African friends because they tend to struggle more to have the impact that they want to have. And I thought, nah, this applies to everyone really. And Lewis just explained it perfectly. You don't
Beautifully.
you don't fail because you can't. You fail because you're not willing to pay the price. You stop paying the bills. That is genius. That's the point. That is it all over. What I'm trying to say to you today, my friends. And look, so as I say, no, I'm not a doom person today. I am infinitely optimistic that I have the tools to help you, to help us to work towards that paying the price to achieve our bold idea. William, welcome. William saying it's a great topic. I'm trying to get on, but keeps failing. William, hopefully, it will. Today, I'm going to give you the answer, William. That's what again. It's not because I know it. Because I've learned. I'm trying to learn what the answer is, William. I'm trying to learn. Now, many of us feel that way. We do it, and we're not getting very far. And whatever we're doing is not enough. It's not going to get us there. Right?
And it's just like writing a book.
Mm,
That's not in one day. And sometimes you write down things, you throw it away, the paper, and you start again. It's a journey, and every day you learn.
I agree. 100%. It's a journey. But it starts with having that dream and that bold idea. It starts with thinking. It starts with using your imagination. There's nothing we can't do. It might be difficult. It might take a long time to achieve it. I remember that Edison said he would turn the the light bulbs they had at the time, the ones that burnt on God knows what, on wicks and gas and everything else, into the light bulb that we have, the filament light bulb that we have now. He said it would take him a couple of months. It took him nearly 10 years. I'm saying that's how long the bold ideas take, right? Even if it seems like it's a small idea, success that we're dreaming of would take a long time. Michelle says, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. I agree. And as again, William says, paying the price is like keep showing up, keep knocking to the door open regardless. Exactly that. Nikki, welcome. So Nikki, I call her one of my genius friends. She has abilities in many areas, but and she does want to impact the world. Glad you're here, Nikki. I never had emojis as as the comments before. Yeah, hey, and everyone. What does Nikki do? Nikki does branding amongst her many solutions for the world. So I do connect with her, and so I'm sure you're gonna get to meet her. She's working on many projects. And I love people who do who are brave to aim for big things. If you're on my YouTube, please do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. If you want to come in the studio, let me know. I'll send you the link. Matt's come back, so I'm glad you have Matt. Welcome. Matt, I don't know whether you missed it, but now you're here, so I can come now. So I'm going to throw this out to all of you. Lewis mentioned some very important sacrifices that we have to make. Let me try and break it down one by one. So, of course, Cyrus, Matt, and Luz, you tell me whether you're willing to pay these things as as part of the price, right? Are you willing to risk it all, everything you have, everything you are, everything you own, to achieve your bold idea? Matt, what's your take?
I've already put everything on the line, and how do I put this delicately? The price of success would be the ultimate price, both in terms of personal security and safety, through to just not being able to do anything ever again, because it would be very much impossible for me to show my face in public. That sounds very counterintuitive to what people should be thinking about that. You understand what I mean by that, Annie?
I get what you mean. You can be so successful that life becomes intolerable.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and the competition are very much the people with the people on their books who have the three-letter agencies and people like that. In many respects, and that's not just Democrat. That's many other things, right? So effectively, unless I do this in the biggest way possible and it succeeds before I get to the point of being at the pointy end of a wrong stick, there are many sticks that are pointed at me or jabbing at me at once. I'm just going to disappear off the face of one way or another.
Yeah, well, I think it's important to acknowledge that if you do achieve that greatness that you're aiming for, that bold idea, then you almost become untouchable. In the sense that you're talking, Matt. I'm saying, but in terms of risking it all, I mean, look, I've got 3 kids. My first 2, they're in their 30s now. Let me tell you, I worked like a dog for employers. So yes, I did well financially. Yes, I did well status-wise. Yes, in terms of I became, say, head of service for a national charity. And that was not part of my plan. But but all those things happened not by luck, but by hard work. And part of my sacrifice was I turned around one day, my kids who were 10 suddenly became, they're suddenly 16 and going towards 18. It's like I missed all those years. Am I willing to risk that for my youngest who's 16 now? No, I never have been. But it has meant working in a different kind of way. It's meant working at home. It's meant working every day, every moment. Everyone here who knows me knows, I'm up all night. Yeah, so literally, I'll do my days. Go on, Matt.
You work all night? No,
that's me. That's me.
I go to bed at 9, and when I go to bed at 9, I know that you're on the show somewhere, and then when I get up at 5, I'm still on the show somewhere.
I'm still there. Yeah. I'm saying that. But what I've done is change the metrics, so to speak. I've changed the price, right? My price is I'm willing to do all the hours God sends, that way I can spend time with my work, time with my clients, time with my projects, time with my kid as well. So I'm going to get a couple of hours of my evening, if not more, pretty much every day. I'm saying that's just one price, right? What are you willing to risk, Michael? What are you willing to risk, Cyrus? What are you willing to risk, Luz? I'm intrigued. Cyrus, talk to us first. What are you willing to risk?
I'm willing to invest my time. If a skill, let's say, needs 5,000 hours to master, and I decide, okay, I need that skill. Something like Adobe Premiere, for like doing videos. So let's say that needs 5,000 hours of hard. I mean, I wouldn't call it hard work in my case. I would just call it work. I don't work that hard. Because I outwork people by the number of hours I put in. I'm not I'm not that special. I'm not special in any shape or form. I just outwork people. So let's say I spend I'm willing to put in 1 hour a day. So that means in 13 and a half years, I will master that skill. But what if I put in 5 hours a day? Put in 5 hours a day. That means I'm going to achieve that goal in over 2.5 years. So the difference is staggering. And another thing that I've realized in achieving the goals that I've got in mind is I've did a bit of a tweaking in what people generally do. Generally, people are like, I'll be happy if I have, I don't know, $1 million. Then I'll give some to charity. So they follow the formula the wrong way. Their formula is be, have, do. But my personal formula is do, be, have. So I'm gonna do 5 hours of Adobe Premiere Pro. Then I'll be an expert in Adobe Premiere Pro, and then I'll have $1 million. So it's just getting. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So if you look at the world, everything is made of carbon. It's just the links that makes a giraffe, and a mushroom, a mushroom. Everything's made of. So it's the sequence. It's the way you go about it. It's not what. It's the how. And if you sort out the how, and if you always keep the why in mind, the what happens anyway.
That's a beautiful way of saying it, my friend. That's exactly what happens. Now, let's not worry about how we're going to get there. Let's just not, right? Let's focus on winning. Let's focus on achieving this goal that we want to achieve. The one thing I'll say to you today, my friends, is let go of negativity at all costs. When you catch yourself being negative, when you catch yourself, dwelling on your fear, when you catch yourself wondering whether you can, dispel it. Because you can. You really can. The only thing that's stopping you is you. If you let those fears play through, you will invariably fail. Sorry about that. I can't. There's no other way of saying it, right? I'm saying, whereas if you choose to believe from here on in that you can, then invariably you will. Doesn't matter how. The how will come to you in good time. The how will come to you. Whether it's the gods that will give it to you, or whether it's because you pay the price that things come nearer to you. Don't dwell on negativity ever. Let's now again. I'm going to give you a 30-day challenge. Part of that challenge is remove all negativity from your mind. Dare to believe that you can achieve greatness, and you'll be amazed what you achieve. Anything else is folly. Lewis, talk to us. What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve your goals in life? Whether that's your great idea, your bold idea, or something else.
Well, first of all, you have to think about what's the definition of success and what's the definition of succeeding a goal. And I would sacrifice. I would not sacrifice two things, and that are my health and my pets. When I bought my pets, I promised them to look after them, and I would never bring them to someone else or to a shelter because I want to get rid of them. I will keep them all my life as long as I live or their lives, and for everything else is open.
Oh no! Sorry, I've lost my screen. My screen's frozen. So carry on talking. You lot entertain my crowd until I come back in a second.
Oh yes, that's not a problem.
Thanks.
I will go entertaining, but two things I will never sacrifice: my health and my pets, and for the rest is everything open. And what I think, success, we can make a show of success, but success, I think it's that others, I'm here to serve others on this planet, and helping others to achieve their goals. I think it's important, and it gives me joy when other people have success and find their dream job and achieve their goals in life. And if we can help them, I think it's very fulfillment and gives joy. So there's a lot I would sacrifice because other can achieve their goals. That's fine by me, and I'm grateful for every day there's freedom. I can walk outside, and that's so important. So I'm always positive and grateful. And if you can pass that on to others, every day I'm very positive, looking for possibilities, and that's very joyful in life. So if you can pass that to others, then there's not a lot to sacrifice. I don't see it as sacrifice. I see it as living my life and serving others. I think that's very important. And it's not about what Annie says, it's not about the time you give to others. If someone gives 5 hours a day to his family, or 3 hours, it's not in time or in hours, it's the quality of the time. When you, Annie, have 1 hour or 2 hours for your family a day, and it's very qualitative, very good, and you're there for them, you are listening and full with your whole mind and person, you are there for them, you can give more quality than maybe someone who's giving 5 hours each day for their time for the family, and they're not listening, or they arguing or whatever. So I think it's about quality of life and quality of time. And when you are an easy person and you are serving others, it's not about sacrificing, because it's about doing things together and achieving together common goals. That's not sacrificing, in my opinion. It's sharing your time, sharing your space where you live, or whatever. When you live in a house with someone, or your family, it's not sacrificing your space or your time. It's sharing together with others. And if you see sacrificing as sharing space, your time, your person, your love, everything, then you look at that another way, and it becomes positive instead of sacrificing. So yeah, that's my share. Thank you.
So, I do like that. I think, well, you had me when you said, your pets are your priority and they come at number one at all costs. I can understand that. I guess my point is that, we don't need to, we don't need to burn our existence to achieve our bold idea. We really, really don't. If you just follow the simple steps I mentioned right at the beginning, set your goal, write this bold idea down, be very specific. Look at it every day, what you've written down. Look at your bold idea and think about it. And also, I did a post last night for one of my clients, and his point was simply, leaders don't think enough. Are you one of those? Do you think enough? thinking enough is giving your idea time to sort of fester in your mind. It's giving yourself the space to dream, yeah, to visualize, to dream, to see your bold idea come to life in your head first, and then do the actions that you must take. Okay, now Nikki, you're getting your idea. Yeah, she's willing to sacrifice a bit of sleep and a little bit. I gave up on sleep years ago, Nikki. Socializing, yes. Now, again, my friends on stage, socializing is a price we have to pay, right? Our friends are out enjoying, partying, drinking, and socializing, having fun. Whereas we're like, I got things to do. Sorry, I'm busy. That's entrepreneur's life, And Nikki says now she's willing to sacrifice some self-care. Again, I'll say to you, I know people who, I don't know, for better or for worse. Say one of my business partners, his thing was, I've experienced burnout. I don't want to risk it again. So everything you said to him that had to be done, it was like, no, I don't want to risk burnout. I'm like, damn, how are we meant to do anything if you're not willing to do anything? I had to get rid of him in the end, because you can't work like that. So go on, Matt. Sorry.
He's in the wrong job. Like,
yes,
basically, you want to achieve something, right? You have to give something in return, and putting a barrier up that is unbreakable or a requirement that is unachievable in the process of getting something done, then that's not a good approach to getting things done, is it? It's just not achievable. It negates each other. And just going back to what you were saying about having a dream and then action. So obviously, like the miracles word, that comes about from people having a dream or an idea and then believing in that and then taking action. And then that results in miracles. Because the only way to get things to be achieved, whether you're looking back historically in any religious context or societal context of something being miraculous in a sense, that has required somebody to want something to happen, to dream something up, or to have the idea, and then to believe that it's possible to do that. And in what you were saying about thinking about it happening and thinking about it until you've determined what it should and must be. And that's not an exclusive position. You can think about things as you move forwards, but then to take those thoughts and that dream and the belief and add that to action to make things a reality, right? And your friend that you're talking about, he didn't have the action part of doing things, because he couldn't, because he was too scared to be able to make things happen, because he didn't want to go back into burnout. Yeah, maybe had the idea, he maybe had the dream, and maybe he believed that it was possible because he was turning up to talk to you about that. But the action was lacking to get the results from the end thing.
Yes, and I would ask the question, Matt. Did he really believe? Did he really believe that we could? Because I think
it's not a quantifiable thing, right? Even if I say I believe entirely, that's not necessarily the truth, right? It's very much difficult to surmise how much somebody believes in comparison to somebody else. And if you take two opposite sides of a coin, like religious belief, I believe that this is the deity, for want of a better phrase, and somebody else believes this is the deity. Who's to say that their belief in that deity is any less or any more than my belief in my deity? It's not quantifiable in that sense.
I get that, Matt. I can accept that, but I think the conversations we're having is about, especially when we talk about mindset, it's about you being honest with yourself, right? This is my personal take. Again, I'm not a coach. Coaches do a better job than me. I'm telling you what I'm learning as I go, right? And what I've learned is it's very easy for us to have positivity. until things get hard, Matt, and then suddenly we start doubting. We haven't got to say it out loud. We just got to think it for a second or two. And the thing, if we're honest with ourselves, we know that we believe, and if we don't believe 110%, I mean, I've gone over 100% deliberately, right? Then we're almost doomed. Again, so now this is for everything, not just our bold idea, but I think that every month we need to pay our bills, for example, Matt, right? Every month. So on the first of the month, we're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna get it money in by the 15th. I'm gonna be rich this month. I'm gonna do all the right things. And by the 15th, we're like, there's still no clients. Damn. Can I do this? Why do they hate me? Why does my solution not work? Why is no one buying? Maybe I'm not good enough. And these are just simple thoughts, Matt. And I'm saying that, but these simple thoughts determine our lives. Same as our bold idea. If we give ourselves a couple of minutes to think, I can't do it really. Who am I to think I can achieve greatness? I can achieve big things. We're doomed. It's not for me to know how 100% you are on your belief, Matt. But I say, if you give yourself that 1%, that chance to doubt yourself, the consequences are huge. Whereas with true belief, the results are they're different. I tell you why it's different. It's different because with true belief, you will take the action that Cyrus and Luz talked about. With true belief, you will do what it takes. With true belief, you know why you're doing what you're doing. With true belief, you can't be denied. No one can turn you off your path, right? But without true belief, you are just kidding yourself. We must have that total belief. Even when it was saying to us, "You're stupid, Annie," what do you think you are? Even when your family and friends are saying to you, "Stop it, come out, come and drink. Why not? Come and party. Come out for lunch." And we're like, "Nah, I got better things to do with myself, thanks." I'm saying that, but we need that true belief. Otherwise, we're doomed. Now, so if we can keep that ahead of, sorry, man, go
on. Do you think there is possibility of questioning our own belief and still have the integrity of complete belief? In the sense that, for example, I very much believe that I have a purpose, right? My purpose is very broad and wide. But I also like to test that purpose is what it's meant to be. It is not just my pushing forwards of potentially manipulating something, that I believe in that thing so much that it will happen. A bit like if you believe that Jesus will cure you of your Alzheimer's, for example, something completely absurd, right? Not absurd, sorry, but like it's something random, right?
Yeah.
Or whether you believe that a glass of water would cure you of your Alzheimer's. That belief has the potential to make that thing happen within reason. But there are things that are beyond that that also contribute to your belief, right? Sometimes you need an external factor that drives you to continually keep believing. And sometimes that is intertwined into somebody's purpose. And I quite often like to test that, but in the belief that I know that it's going to come back and be positive. And even down to the fact, like, and Lois knows, and maybe some other people in the audience, that recently in Kenya, I had an accident and broke my leg and some other bits and pieces, right? And I literally, at that point, most people would say, yeah, I'm just going to sit back and forget about things for a bit. I just need to take it easy. Not me. I literally keep pushing it on. And like, I get these, I don't quite know what to say. Is it a message? Is it destiny? Is it what? But like very obscure connections that happen through my willingness to believe and commit to that belief. And that commitment is as much the belief as it is anything else. But I met a guy because I went out to get some shopping, And I used a different taxi service, completely random, because I went to this mall where these people were advertising their Uber service, but it wasn't Uber. And I took their leaflet and they said, oh, we're 25% cheaper than the best prices out there. So I said, okay, well, I'll try you when I come out. I'm on crutches and stuff, so I had to take a taxi. I comes out and I get in the taxi that's ordered through these people. And basically, and this is unimaginable how random this could be, right? I get in the car and the guy says to me, where are you from? And I'm cutting it down, right? Where are you from? So I say to him, Sunderland. So he goes, oh, I know Sunderland. So I say to him, that's probably the football, because that's what most people know Sunderland because of in Kenya, right? He goes, no, I know it because of the university. And I teach kind of a bit at the university. So I say to him, you've been to Sunderland University? He goes, no. I've been to the University of East London. Now, completely random, right? So I am the only person out of 300 people doing my sort of job at Sunderland University who have been to the Sunderland campus in East London University, which is where this guy did his master's degree in immigration law. What am I looking to do? Emigrate into somewhere like Kenya. Not only that, I mentioned Democrat earlier, and I wasn't going to go down this trajectory at all. This wasn't part of the plan, but herein lies the crux of the matter, right? The guy then starts to talk to me about, what is it that you do? What are you doing in Kenya? So I tell him a little bit about Democrat and some of the other projects. And he says, that's very interesting, because I work for an organization as well that's about for the people, by the people, in terms of government here in Kenya, because there's a lot of difficulties in that particular country and many other countries, like we said before. And all of these connectionable things just keep happening. And even if I try and push it, and it's not that I lack belief, it's that I'm testing that belief, because I think, what if it isn't true? I know it's true, but what if it isn't? Is it possible that that is something else that's controlling that? And I still don't have the answer, right? None of us really do, because otherwise
part of me thinks you've answered the question. If you really believe, then you know that's the answer. You know, if you believe what you're doing, you know, it's your destiny, it's your prophecy, as Coach David would say. If you truly believe that's your gift, that's what you're ordained to do, then you have no space to really question it. I know you say you're questioning it, but I don't think you're questioning it really. If you are, you know, it'd be a different look.
What you said before.
You know, look, I think we can ask, but I think let's be very clear. Asking, "Am I sure?" is different to, "I won't do that because I'm not sure." That's a whole different. You know, say if your fears, your doubts, you know, drive your actions or lack of action, then there'll be an issue, right? I know. Look, I'm one to just wholeheartedly, almost, you know, live in a bubble, any bubble of happiness and belief that I'm destined to be great and I'm great already. You know, again, you know, say your success will not come down the line. Yeah, you know, this is part of the belief, Matt. Your success will come the day you write down what you want to achieve. This is why you have people now sleeping on park benches, and you ask them, when you know you're going to be successful, they'll tell you. Now, when I was laying on the park bench, I knew from there what I wanted to do. Once you set your goal and write it down, and look at it and think about it every day, then you will achieve your goal. You know, say, well, you know, belief. It's not a small thing, but I think we have to be honest with ourselves. If you truly want it, then believe in it 100%. Believe in it totally. Even if people are telling you you're a nutcase, you're a total you're Fruit Loop, you can't do it. Who do you think you are? Ignore that and go forward like some sort of bull in a china shop. That's what we call it here, right? Just do what you have to do and keep doing it. This is the point of today's conversation, my friends. You know, I know our time is going, so and I want to get towards the end. So Cyrus, Lewis, if you want to add, please feel free, right? So you know, Nikki says it is a bit of, she sacrificed a bit for a short period of time for long-term results. If only it was short. If only it's not a short period of time. Everything is for a long period of time. Sometimes you have to repeat the sacrificial efforts. I agree. That's what I'm saying. It takes a long time. Cyrus, please. No, I interrupted you. Forgive me.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. So I was going to say, I want to thank Lewis and Matt for their fantastic contribution back to the show. Also, I wanted to add that in my view and in my experience, belief starts when certainty ends. Okay, so when we know something for sure, as an example, I am sure that I am talking to you guys on this live coverage, right? So I don't need to believe that I'm here. I'm actually here, right? So to third party who is not here, as an example, my brother or my sister, or maybe in a different country, if they ask them where Cyrus is, they're going to turn around and say, I believe he's on a live coverage in someone's show, right? So they don't, because then they don't know for sure. So you're going to have to. That's what your brain does. You're going to have to start believing things. That's what your brain gives you. It's a belief. When you're not sure, when you're not 100% certain. So beginning of the belief is the end of certainty and being sure and having knowledge. So as an example, I don't need to believe my parents. I know my parents, right? So that is what I want to differentiate between knowing something and believing, and where the belief system comes from. So how do people behave when they're not certain determines the trajectory of their efforts. Like, when I'm not getting the results I want, what do I do? How do I behave? Well, obviously, I'm going to kick off for half an hour. I'm going to get disappointed. Sometimes I must sit down and have a cry because I haven't had what I was after. And I may swear in a couple of languages. Yes, I get disappointed. But my belief system says I have put my mind to it, then I can do it. Then I will do it. Right? I have spent my time and energy on it. So I've never tried anything I haven't achieved in my entire life. So if I wanted to get a role, a position in work, or whatever, and it's not bragging, it's just reporting. Okay, I'm just informing. Because I want to achieve something, that's why I spend my time and energy on it. So I know how to get what I want to get, and it makes me happy. That's why. So for the things that I know, again, back to that original point, for the things that I know, I don't need to believe. I know. So is it a positive thing? Yeah, of course. A belief is a very, very effective painkiller. Okay, so it's not a cure. It is a pain relief, because humans crave certainty. It's an evolutionary thing, right? So we need to be certain. That's why we buy insurance. That's why we have airbags in our car. Okay, so it has nothing to do with our skills. Accidents could happen, right? So yeah, that's my point about beliefs and knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's an important one, and you're meant to make an important point. And again, it took me a long time to learn the reality, which is this: once you write down your goal and you commit to look at it and do look at it and do think about it every day, it will come true. Take it from me. Take it from me. If you truly want that goal and you commit to it and you write it down and look at it, think about it, visualize, dream about it, Cyrus, it will come true. You said it just now, in not so many words, when you said, you know what, everything that you've ever wanted has come true. That's the same for all of us. All of us. There was a day I wanted to be standing in front of rooms talking, and here I am, right? I'm not. It's not 1,000 people. I'm saying everything I ever wanted it comes true in the end, right? Especially the things I'm willing to work for. There was a day when I said I want to own a whole street of houses. I got close. I didn't own the whole street in the end, but I got very close. It depends how long your street is, Matt. Some streets are short, right? Cul-de-sac, they are. I had one of those. I'm saying, right, so
Our house is in the middle of the street, Ellie, just so you know.
I'm tempting everyone here. Like Christine, welcome. I love what you say. Christine says, believe together and receive. It really is that. If you let's learn to truly believe in what we set out to do, because that's the only way it's going to happen. When we believe, the doubts go away, the certainty and the knowing that you're talking about, Cyrus, it happens, right? It's the knowing becomes our reality, and that's what's going to make our reality happen in the end. Never doubt whether you can, never doubt whether you will. Dare to commit to something, dare to write it down, and you'll be amazed when it comes true. It might take years, it might take months, years of learning, it might take mistakes, I know there are a couple of things I want to show you, and I think they're useful in that sense. Now, but this belief thing, when I say pay the price, yes, I'm willing to go down the road with Luz and say, right, are you willing to give up your happiness? Are you willing to give up different things in life? But ultimately, the biggest price you're going to pay for achieving your bold idea is that belief. Make it unwavering, make it total, make it complete, make it almost insane. I know what I mean. Make it so so abnormal that you feel like the odd one out. But your belief is what's going to come true in the end. Take it from me. And I said, this took me months to learn from my mindset coaches. Months. I'm like, I want to see it first. They're like, no, that's not how it works. Do you believe in it? And and then once you believe, then you go back to square one, which is what I'm trying to get you to do this 30-day challenge. Write your goal down. Write the bold idea down, and then just live as if you've already achieved it. That's how mindset really works. Because from when you write it down, you've told the universe, I want this, and it's coming towards you. All you got to do is just keep heading towards it. Eventually, you and your bold idea should meet. This is why I never say to anyone, you must be crazy. You must be mad. I met Matt years ago. I said to him, are you sure? Are you sure, Matt? And Matt said, yeah, of course I'm sure. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I believe you. I know, because if you believe in you, then who am I to say otherwise? I'm saying, we need that sort of belief to truly achieve great things. Those who achieve great things have that belief. And they will throw everything in. Lewis talked about Elon Musk earlier. I'm sure you're all aware when they were sleeping on the company floor. I'm sure you're all aware that this man doesn't sleep. He literally works around the clock. And especially in the early days of Tesla, he works around the clock. He lost his family. He lost everything, pretty much everything. His kids have disowned him, if I'm not mistaken. But that's the price for him to make his electric car dreams, his space rocket dreams come true. Are you willing to sacrifice so much? Michelle gives us a different perspective. So let me show you these two things. So the life you desire is on the other side of the daily choices you make. That's a fact, right? If you don't believe, then you're not going to do certain things. If you truly believe, then you will do things that you have to do. Now, see, the other one we talked about today, is failure, which you see as devastating. As Michelle says, failure it's an acronym, really. Fall, you acknowledge, you investigate, you learn, you understand, you realign, and you evolve. Now you're a better person than before you failed. Whatever that means, So in terms of the word failure shouldn't really exist in our dictionary, but it does, sadly. We must truly believe, my friends. Start with that belief. I guess, would you be willing to give up on your hobbies, your health, and your relationships? I mean, we mentioned money. That's a given, right? I'll say the money thing. I'll say this, as Matt mentioned, in not so many words. To succeed in business, my friends, to succeed in anything, you have to be willing to spend all your money. You have to get to the state where many of us are. Me, Matt, Luz, Cyrus. But we say to you, we can't possibly stop now because we put it all in. Everything I have is in this goal, this dream. That's just how it is, right? Again, I'll say that there was a time when I loved that precipice feeling. Oh, they haven't paid me. If I don't find a solution, I'm screwed. I'm done. My company's closed. I'm bankrupt. I used to love those days because then they used to force me to really think, what are you going to do now, Innie? What are you going to do? How are you going to solve this? But each time I solved it, that's why I'm still here, right? Yes, now I'm in a different place because I don't have those cliff edge moments anymore. I'll take it. I'm more, but I've got different problems. I've got different issues when it comes to the cliff edge. But it's not the startup's cliff edge. It's now almost like the established business cliff edge, which is a whole different. And the problems now is about paying your staff. It's about paying your suppliers. And it's about paying your tax. Different issues completely. In the early days, survival was a problem, right? I'm saying, we have to truly have that sense of, I've put it all in, and here's what I've learned. I didn't say you're going to succeed. I said here's what you've learned for a reason, and then you have to go again. That's a price you have to pay, my friends. Constant learning, constant failure, constant disappointment. Someone mentioned earlier. But even then, you don't think of it as that. You think of it as a learning step, much like that failure slide that I showed you. And you have to make that choice to go forward again, to go again and go again and go again. Eventually you will meet your goal, I assure you. Start with that belief again. Look, some people they're not willing to give up time with friends, and they're not willing to give up enjoying luxuries. There's some people that you and I know who will not even give up watching that TV box set to work. I'm saying this is part of the price that we have to pay, my friends. It's part of the price we have to pay. I'd say missing watching your kids grow up. I mentioned that earlier, right? Part of everyday things that entrepreneurs, creators who succeed have to give up.
It's not give up, Innie. It's not pay. It's invest. It is look at yourself, look at what you believe in, and take whatever resource you have and plow that directly into whatever that might be. And the more that you are willing to do that, the quicker that result will come. And it is most definitely an investment. And if people see it as a price to pay, they're believing in the wrong thing. Because the a bit like Lois was saying before about we get something back. It's an investment. It's a gain for us, especially if we're doing it with the right attitude, the right belief, the right purpose into what we are trying to fulfill as our purpose, our destiny, whatever we transfer that into as a word about ourselves. Like if we're going to achieve what we want to achieve in ourselves, we have to invest in ourselves, in our ideas, in our principles, in our staff, into whatever it might be. Even if it's a microphone that's very wonderfully depicted in the picture that Cyrus has, so that then we can get the position that we need to do to complete our thing that we want to achieve. That is the main thing to do, is to take whatever that resource is and invest it into what we believe in. If you can't do that, then like with your friend, maybe he didn't believe entirely. Maybe that was the problem, or maybe he just didn't understand the dream of what it is that he was trying to achieve with working with you. In which case, that's your failure. But
I'll take that. No, the maybes I'll take. I can't understand what the reason was, but clearly there was a mismatch, a misstep between our thinking. I believe, unless he just wasn't willing to sacrifice anything. Wasn't going to risk his health. And see,
just like hang out with you, and therefore he was saying, "Yeah, I'm in for that," but he just wanted to hang out with you. I'm sure that was probably true.
Maybe. Hopefully, he's happy now. That's what I'll say. I know he's not, but I'm saying maybe. Hopefully, he is. I just say, right? Michelle says my best returns haven't been financial. Michelle, I'll get to that in a second. I really will do. So Christina asks, what else would I be doing with my life? It's a spiritual revolution. It is seen on that level. It's really right. It really is. Matt says he's got a revolution on his big banner behind him. I'm saying it has to be on that sort of level.
You remember the word background?
Okay, no. I remember many words. That wasn't one of the ones I was thinking of. But we see it, Matt. We see it. But look, it does come to that. It does. I think Lewis, I said earlier, when I walk around and tell them what you're going to do. Some people say to you, never mention what your goals are. Never mention what you're working on. No, tell them. Dare to tell them.
You always need to tell them, yeah.
Yeah, no, some people will say to you, no, a smart person never tells them. Because they might copy it. They might do something similar. No, don't be afraid of that. You tell them your unique solution that not only you can create, and then go create it. Michelle says that most often some men are rooted in self-work and journey. If I had to choose one invaluable investment return, that would be my self-love. Maybe, of course, I don't think you can do what we're asking. Commit to yourself, commit to your goal, commit to your values, commit to your dreams if you don't truly love yourself. Again, we've all been there. Let's be honest, we've all been. I was there. I thought I loved myself, and my dreams were much smaller. When you truly love yourself, your dreams, you can dream as you wish, right? Your dreams are off the scale. People tell you have smart goals. No, it's not that. I didn't swear. Thank goodness, right? Now, when you truly love yourself,
yes, you did.
not second time I did. That was early.
I'm joking.
I heard myself back from swearing second time. But so definitely the self-love thing, Michelle, is so important. So you have to truly believe that you are superhuman. Again, do you believe in yourself enough? Never mind. Before we get to your idea, do you actually believe in you? You have to believe in you. You have to love yourself more than anyone else. You have to, because you have to be your biggest cheerleader. On those dark days, which is like every day, no one's there to support. No one's there to cheer for you. My friend Eric King says, "Now, when there was no one watching, he used to clap for himself." So you should. Someone's got to do it, right? It's not lunacy, it's just being human. That self-love, it's the biggest thing in my life. Cyrus, I'll come to you in a second. I got to sign a big post on my wall. Sure. I love myself. And I have to keep reminding myself every day when something's about to go wrong, or something looks like something is dicey. I look at that and then decide what to do. I will do what's in my interest. Nikki says, I'm on a supportive call now. We'll try to jump on the panel when I'm done. You're more than welcome, Nikki. I'm just glad you're here in the first place. Cyrus, you have something to say?
Yeah, I was going to add something, echoing what Lou said earlier about sharing the idea. Yeah, there are people who say, who tell you, oh, don't share the idea, don't share your goals with other people. These people suffer with limited imagination or limiting belief systems. You need to, we need to share our ideas with other people. Otherwise, how else would you find like-minded people, right? So you are giving them a chance to find you, and it's a chance for you to find them, right? So because every interaction is a gauge, and which tells you how aligned you are with what people want, what people need, and how aligned you are with your own goals, and how aligned your actions are with your goals. So one of the things that I've learned in marketing is that you need to be, people need to be talking about your business, whatever you do. So good businesses, people talk about good business. One of the good signs that you're a good business is that people talk about you. There are mentions about you online. That is a sign that you're a good business. However, the sign of a fantastic business is that that business talks about other people, gets other people involved. You mention them. And once you do that, the law of reciprocity says they're going to reciprocate. That's what I wanted to add.
Superb, superb, truly. I think as a marketer,
with both of you, it's not necessary to tell everybody what you're up to. I would put a proviso in there that there is a degree of trust that you need to build. And some of the biggest organizations in the world are a demonstration of this, right? Like Apple doesn't go around telling people the secrets of what its next iPhone is going to be. Now, there might be some leaks about that. It's debatable whether those leaks are real until it's launched and people make money from leaking, right? But Apple's business is to, yes, market themselves, but part of that marketing strategy is to keep some degree of secret and anticipation of the surprise that lies beyond what the big reveal is at the next event. Now, I'm not saying that that's true for everybody. Like if your business is making chocolate teacups, for example, you want to try and sell that, you're going to have to go out there and try and push that chocolate teacup hard and make some USPs up for it so that then you can get them chocolate teacups sold. Good luck.
It got a bit hot. The teacups didn't survive. I didn't get my tea.
And if I may please,
to temper the chocolate.
If I may please qualify what I just said, is that all right?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah. I agree with Matt, and I also agree with yourself. And I just wanted to add the fact that when I said talk to people about your ideas, that means always find an idea you can share with other people, because something like the podcasts that we are doing, like 3-minute to 7-minute podcasts. So basically, that's an opportunity for getting people involved. Everyone wants to get involved in things. So that's another evolutionary thing. People want to be part of communities, part of groups, part of tribes, and that's why we have different tribes. Like we have Amazon tribe, we have eBay tribe, we have businesses around these two concepts, eBay and Amazon. Some people are like, no, Amazon's best. The other camp says no, eBay's best. So these businesses, you've made it when people are actually fighting over you, right? So the same thing, Apple and Samsung, whilst everyone's fighting over consuming their products, they are getting richer and richer, right? So they've made it when people are copying you, people are fighting over you. So the point is to find a subject online, preferably about the subject that you're selling or producing, and getting people to talk about it, getting people involved in it, creating a podcast about it. When you create that podcast, believe it or not, that's going to turn into text. The text will be searched by search engines. And the higher the number of searches go, the higher your authority gets, and the higher you will go in ranking in Google and other search engines. So one of the solutions that I'm suggesting for you guys is to create what Annie is doing right now. This is the live version of it. And if you record this and you leave it there, there you go. There's your podcast. So talking about what you're selling or producing and creating a community around it is the secret to that secret sauce. When I see people have an idea but they don't share it, when I see people have an idea but they are too scared to talk to other people about it, it tells me, oh yeah, it's adorable, but it's not viable, right? So how do you expect people to talk about your idea if you're not willing to talk about it? How do you expect people to talk about your product if you don't have your own YouTube channel or podcast about it? So that's the point, basically.
Yeah, look, I hear you. So I like Michelle's idea. Find your tribe, find your village. In other words, right? When it comes to sharing your idea, I guess I'm old enough to have a different perspective. Let me welcome Mazin. So I know you're here, Mazin. Thank you for joining us. So as an employer, things go wrong. So I remember when I had my first, I had 2 decent staff, sacked all the rest. And then when my 2 longest serving staff left, I was devastated by the reality that they would try and copy what I was doing. My solution was simply this: break the activities we do up into different parts. I'm answering your question directly, Matt, so your comment directly. I'm saying that's never going to fly, right? If people in the company don't know what's going on, if we have silo mentality, fragmentation, not people not having the full picture, even at Apple, that would destroy the company. I'm saying, so being willing to share what you're doing is one thing. Being afraid that someone's going to steal your idea is a whole different problem. I'm not saying that they're going to steal your idea, but I think it comes back to number one. I'll come to you in a second, Matt. It comes back to number one again. How bold is your idea? Is your idea really a unique solution that only you understand, or is your idea something that anyone else could do? If anyone else can do it, it's not a bold idea. Sorry, peeps. That's just fact, right? Your bold idea must be that Matt's got a unique solution to the problems of the world that the way he sees it. I can try and copy him. It's not going to work, right? Because I'm not him. He can try and copy what I do, but again, it's not going to work because he's not me. I'm saying your bold idea must be truly a bold idea for it to have legs to run. Again, so let me welcome. Do we really know them? I don't know who that is, but thank you for joining us. I see you on YouTube. Is that Omar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You and I won that show, weren't we, Matt?
Yeah.
Do you really know him? Do you really know Omar? I think was
I
number one.
the other day.
Look, Omar, please. I'm glad you're on my YouTube. Like today's video, comment, and subscribe, please. That will really cheer me up. Go on, Matt. What do you want to say?
Are you not happy, Annie? Do I need to cheer you up then?
No, I'm like a pig in proverbial.
Oh, okay. So, again, I agree with kind of what you're saying, but I also disagree at the same time. And like, I feel confident to be able to say that to you as friends, but also like I feel confident about saying that because of the position that I'm in and I believe where I'm at. And realistically, many of the globes, many of the solutions that I hold, and they have the opportunity to make some very big companies potentially disappear. There are potential reasons for that. There is legalities that make those companies not be able to match what I do. There are IPable parts of my business that are delicate and intricate, but would be understood by the right people to be able to develop them into a parallel system, a competition. And potentially those people have considerably more resource to plow into those things, and potentially they wouldn't have the same outcome, sure, but the very principle of they are developing what I intend to do means that they could become first to market, in which case forget about the competition of me, because I would never exist because nobody would give me a second chance at that. I come from nothing and represent a lot. And being in a position to put that on the line without the security and trust of knowing my own legal standpoint needs to be guarded. And sure, that doesn't mean that I don't put the idea out there, that people don't understand what I do. But even still, people, for example, a lady today that I had an amazing conversation with for 2 hours, who literally within the space of 10 minutes is saying how wonderful everything is, that it's a privilege to be speaking to somebody like me about things that I want to do, and she wants to volunteer to help in my organization, right? But I can do that on a one-to-one, but I can't go out onto a website and publish directly, oh, this is how I'm going to do this, this is what I'm doing with this is the blueprint to my new blockchain principles, because that would very much be open source then for anybody to take that and run with it. And much in the sense of like Apple, for example, where they control things historically like the Lightning connector, right? They put blockages in so that then there are bits that even if somebody does copy it, they benefit from it directly. And they're a big organization, and they have the legal weighing to be able to do that. I don't have that. So I have to be more cautious. But likewise, going back to what Cyrus was saying, and this is fundamentally what a lot of what you do, Annie, is that he was talking about getting to speak about other people and other people to speak about what you do, a bit like what you do for people, anyway. But you look at the Latte Show, where we have on guests from all over the world, all different walks of life, all different sectors of industry and education, medicine, all sorts of different things, right? And one of the questions that we ask them is, what do you think about kudos? What do you think about the changes that we are bringing to the world? And those people, those very highly qualified, substantial individuals from all different walks of life, much more experienced, much more educated, much more respected than what I am. And they talk about what we do, and they say how good that is because they very much believe in what we do. It's a culmination of many things and many different approaches. And sometimes things are a little bit different to what they seem. Many people think that I am trying to be a coach or be a networker or something weird and wonderful, when really the truth of the matter is extremely different. But they do know something about it because those things are also true, because those things also change the world, right? You're on mute, by the way.
I'm on a different tab, that's why. No, so I hear you loud and clear, and it's we have to make choices, Matt, and you make choices every day, and my choice wouldn't necessarily be yours. I'm saying, but there's a reason why you're making yours, right?
Yeah.
And we'll take it. So, like I say, I'm never one to say to anyone, your idea because it's different to mine, it's not right. Nikki, I'm just sending you the link to your LinkedIn DM. You're more than welcome to come on stage. Please come and share with us. Come and share your thoughts with us. Omar, I know you like to hide. I know I've got the wrong tab. So Omar likes to hide. I think it's calling you Zion's TV, Dad. That's you, Matt, not me. Excellent.
Probably.
Excellent. And yes, it's a subscribe race, Omar. On YouTube, if I haven't subscribed to your channel, I'm sure I have you, Omar, because I'm good that way. If I haven't, send me the link, and I'll happily subscribe and engage with your videos. Dr. Leslie, the mindset genius, says the price is set by the universe. I agree, but I think that the price, as I understand it, it really is more about doing the right things. Dr. Leslie, it's more about, say, setting that goal and be very clear what that goal is, and then doing what it takes to get there. Committing to it, doing the visualizing and the thinking about every day, maybe several moments in your day. and then doing the work it takes to get there, and eventually, you will get there, right? Look, I suppose here another thing I learned from listening to Mr. Nightingale is the fact that as people, we tend to I guess we want things and we're afraid of things. This is two facts of life, my friends. We want things and we're afraid of other things. What is it you really want? That's what you're going to write on your card, on your goal card for today, this 30-day challenge, right? I'm hoping you're going to write your bold idea as a thing that you really want. And saying, no, humor me, write it down. Write down what you really, really want. For most people, there's always a conversation around money, right? That's right. Yes, how long it takes is not up to us. I agree. That's a law of gender in charge. Okay, I've never heard that law before, Dr. Leslie. So I'm sure I'll have to learn a bit more. All right, let's talk money for a second. So I'm glad you got your gold card. I'm glad you have, Matt. Right?
It's written on there already, right?
Yeah, no, it's a good place to start. So that's where we have to start, Matt. Every day. I'll read the steps before we go, right? I think there's conversation around money that I think a lot of people don't understand why I argue with them about money. They'll say to me, Andy, money is not important. I know it's not important to you. You might say it's not, but it is. I know it is. Because it is. Either you want it or you're scared of it. Which one is it? I'm saying, but I think there's a way to look at money. There's a way I've come to understand how money works. This is why I argue with anyone, because I don't want them to understand the fears about money doesn't make it right. Here's the view of Nightingale's view that I want that I promote, that I try and share. Nikki, I'll come to you next after showing the video, if that's all right. You're going to share your thoughts.
Most men will tell you that they want to make money without understanding the law. The only people who make money work in the mint. The rest of us must earn money. This is what causes those who keep looking for something for nothing or a free ride to fail in life. The only way to earn money is by providing people with services or products which are needed and useful. We exchange our product or service for the other man's money. Therefore, the law is that our financial return will be in direct proportion to our service. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success. And success is in direct proportion to our service. Most people have this law backwards. They believe that you're successful if you earn a lot of money. The truth is that you can only earn money after you're successful. It's like the story of the man who sat in front of the stove and said to it, "Give me heat, and then I'll add the wood." How many men and women do you know, or do you suppose there are today, who take the same attitude toward life? There are millions. We've got to put the fuel in before we can expect heat. Likewise, we've got to be of service first before we can expect money. Don't concern yourself with the money. Be of service. Build, work, dream, create. Do this, and you'll find there's no limit to the prosperity and abundance that will come to you. Prosperity is founded upon a law of mutual exchange. Any person who contributes to prosperity must prosper in turn himself. Sometimes the return will not come from those you serve, but it must come to you from someplace, for that is the law. For every action, there is an equal and
opposite reaction, my friends. For every action, there's always an equal and opposite reaction. Yeah. So Dr. Leslie sharing some of Mindset Genius with us. A gold card designed by Bob Proctor in his work. I agree. I've got one. I've got several. I gave one to my son today. You know, everyone should have one. Everyone will do well to have one. Is what I would say for sure. You know, so I'll come to your fears in a second, Dr. Leslie. Nikki, how are you doing?
I am exceptionally well. Greetings, Ini, and let's see, we have Cyrus and Lois and Matt and everyone in the audience, the listeners. Greetings, greetings. Thank you for allowing me up.
Awesome. Well, meet my friends and meet Nikki, everyone. she's a genius in many areas. So I will come now. You find out over time. But I'm glad you're here. What's your take on our conversation, Nikki?
So I would like to first admit that I have not caught everything because I did not join in the beginning and I had to take a supportive call. However, from what I've heard, I would like to say that I completely agree with sharing your services, being willing to do some things first without payment, just so that you can show off your skills and your contributions, and just honestly, just to also be a gift, right? And I would like to also say that a lot of things begins with your mindset. Matter of fact, I believe mindset is like really at the foundation, part of the elements in your foundation of how and when you deliver and how you show up. So when it comes to believing yourself, because you said something, I believe it was with you because I was driving any that said you have to believe no matter what, because if you don't believe, then you're not operating really in integrity, even to your own self, right? And that believing happens, it has to be when anyone and everyone else either don't see your vision, they don't believe what you're doing because it's either so out there, it's so different from the norm, and it challenges not just what you're doing, but it challenges their way of thinking, even in what you're doing, because you've already thought outside the box. So you have got to continue to believe in what you have created or what you have produced when you acknowledge that you have already decided to go outside of the box and you're already outside of the comfort zone. If it was easy, they say if it was easy, everybody would do it. And I even disagree with that because there are a lot of things that are really easy. But what's easy for me may not be easy for you, right? What's easy for you may not be easy for me. So it's not that if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's that it seems to be easy for you because you have decided to already go in this realm. And even if you're going to come against some obstacles, you've already prepared yourself somewhat to figure it out because you've already thought outside the box. So continue to believe even when it is hard to believe.
Now you tell them, Nikki. Tell them. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Really. You know, look, this issue of money is an important one. You know, so I love Dr. Leslie's comment. When you deliver more than you promise, watch for big uplifting. You see,
Amen.
no,
Amen.
truly, you know, you see, in my business, people, I'm nice. I'm nice to everyone until those who work with me, realize I'm kind of, I'm evil, really. But, I'm not evil. I just my belief in what Dr. Leslie just said is what drives me every day, right? When you deliver more than you promise, watch for big uplifting. So I told you about how I fired one of my subcontractors yesterday, simply because I'm saying to him, look, we've got a new client. We've agreed a price. work with this client, give them more than they paid for, give them more, go above and beyond. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. I need to, and I don't want to get seen. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm saying customer service to me is giving everything to every customer. And the day I started down that line, Dr. Leslie, is the day my business changed. So I will sell my stuff down the river. Whether they like it or not, call me what you like. But literally, my customers are everything, and they get everything. Now, if you're my customer, you can call me around the clock. I'll answer the phone. I'll do what I can to help you. I'm not saying it's all going to be free. I'm saying, but literally, our love for our customers is what drives my business. If that's not what drives your business, I don't know what to say. I mean, so I'm reminded of the other saying, Dr. Leslie, that if you are not willing to do more than you're being paid for, you are never going to make more money in your life. Never going to get paid more for what you do. That makes sense to all of us here, right? So a lot of people will say to you, as Sarah's mentioned earlier, where people want to be rich when they want to be happy when they're rich, and not realizing that they have to do and then become happy, and then the money will come at the end. The money will come in good time. The money is not to be an end all. No, it's not. But it is the reward for the value that we give. If you don't love your customers, if you don't love the people that you're serving, you're going to get into trouble. You will. Dr. Leslie says the opposite is true, which is if you scam someone for money, you will eventually come unstuck. Whatever you do, you can try and lie, you can try and gloss it over, but we have to truly give more to get the financial rewards that we want. Don't be scared of getting financial rewards, my friends. If you don't want the money, give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take it from you. I'm just saying, no one's ever done that yet, man. No, someone tried. Don't get me wrong, but deep down, people don't want to give you money for nothing, right? Go on, Matt. I'll let you speak. You've unmuted, so go on, Matt, and then I'll wrap up.
So I quite often make this point, right? We have the best business people in the world, and some people have already mentioned a couple of names, but Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, sorry, I shouldn't swear on your show. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, some of the people who are the richest people on our planet, right? Those people are considered to be the best business people in the world, but most of their products and services, people are reluctant to use, but they use them because they're the only option, or they're the best out of the bunch that they can see. And realistically, those people are considered the best business people because they've made the most money. Because most people understand that there are some very bad things connected with those people that they do to make that money. And their products are not necessarily quite as holistic or as beneficial to the world as what they profess them to be, because there are people who die as a result of some of the things that they do. But those people are supposed to be the best business people in the world, and they have products and services that people use but are reluctant to use, let's call it that way. Now, we talked about marketing a little bit with Cyrus earlier, and wouldn't it be an amazing thing if they thought to themselves, I've got so much money, I should spend that on some marketing. Now, what way could I market my product, my service, my business, myself, so that then people actually like what I do, they like the products or services, or at least they have so much customer loyalty to my company that they will do whatever is needed to make sure that they buy something from me because they get something better than what they're getting now. And imagine that they solved a problem or two. For instance, they have enough money to actually solve homelessness in the United States, where majority of them base most of their businesses from, right? And as a marketing tool, if they wanted to, they could destroy the whole problem with homelessness in the United States. How many people would then commit themselves to buying their products and services and using them, and even handing over their data to them, in the sense of then thinking to themselves, you know what, they solved homelessness. What are they going to do next? I'm willing to buy their products and services because I would like to be part of making the world a better place, right? But those people don't do that. Why?
No.
Well, there's many reasons why.
Yeah. The reason why I can think of, Matt, is that Elon Musk's bold idea is not solve homelessness. It's to create electric cars. It's to fly rockets to the moon and back, and to Mars and back. That's his thing, right? I don't know what
Maybe.
I don't know what Mark Zuckerberg's big idea is. I don't know. Maybe he's created a platform that the world has never had, and that the world needed. Like, if you were there during MySpace days, I'm sure you were, Matt. I was. I'm sure Nick
What are you
was.
trying to say?
I'm sure Cyrus was too, right? I'm saying that those of us who were there know that Facebook, it might be, it's got its own problems, but for what it is that this man sets out to create, he's created that. Whether we like it or not, it's creating. So the other problems are not his problems, and that's my simple answer, right? So maybe it's my way of saying focus on your gift, focus in your lane, right? And you're not going to please everyone. You're just not. Not everyone's going to love your idea. Even if you created the best idea ever, there's the people who don't love your idea, right? That's just how it is. Look, no, thanks, Matt. It makes me think, though. It makes us think, right? Doing the right thing, it might broaden our areas, it might broaden our reach and our impact. I'll take that for sure, right? But look, my whole day has been spent towards getting you to where we are now, which is this 30-day challenge. So please humor me, my friends, humor me. If you believe you're committed and that you're willing to pay the price for what you want, to achieve your bold idea, there's just a simple few steps to go through. Let's do the 30-day challenge. I'll do it too, but I think I live this way anyway. So look, you got nothing to lose, everything to gain, right? And the simple thing you have to do, start with writing on a card or on a bit of paper what it is you want. My son wants his grade 8s at GCSE, so he's written it all down. Now his next task is to carry this card around with him and look at it. And look at it during the day. Look at it through the day, right? Look at it in a cheerful way. Look at it. When you get up, look at your goal card, of course, because then suddenly you have something to work towards. It tells you what you're going to do for your day. I'm always shocked by people who seem to live in a very short-term idea. They live in a short-term kind of way, right? So Michelle said, I just finished this challenge. Excellent. I can see the change, Michelle. All right. So if you live in a short-term kind of way, you tend to do things for today and tomorrow, right? Whereas I think when you have this goal written down, it can influence your behaviors and your actions, your choices, your feelings for years, literally years and years and years. I tell people when everything I do, I don't think about today or tomorrow necessarily. I'm thinking of my big goal. I want to publish 10,000 books. You know what that means? It means every author or potential author I meet, I will make my friend because I value what they do. I want to help them to publish their book, right? When someone jars my brain, I will respond differently because if they are potentially part of my journey, whatever that sounds like, that either they're as customers or as contractors or as supporters or something else, I will respond to them differently than to someone who I think is a total waste of my time, can't help me, can't benefit, can't impact what I do. I respond totally differently. Those are the ones that will get a rude DM from me on LinkedIn and say, go away. Stop wasting my time. Whereas, if I think you are one of the other people, I will literally respond in a different way completely. Anyway, so you've written your you've written your goal down. You're willing to look at it all day and spend time looking at it, thinking about it. dreaming about it. You know, and so whatever that, you know, whatever you're doing, my friends, this can work for everything that we do. We're trying to create now this price that we're willing to pay, the price that universe requires us to pay. You know, so the third part of our 30-day challenge is forming new habits, my friend. Well, so the first real habit that we need to break is stop thinking of what could go wrong. Stop thinking what if. Stop thinking negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts, flip them completely. You know, literally replace them instantly with more. You know, with you as a winner, the successful entrepreneur that you are, the successful creator that you know you are. You know, so very few can actually do that. You know, very few. Most people will dwell on the negative feelings and run with it. But for 30 days, my friends, you are not going to give yourself the scope, the space, the permission to think negative thoughts. Matt, you're going to think only positive thoughts. Yeah, and you're going to think thoughts of you succeeding and achieving your bold idea. Again, maybe the fourth step in your 30-day challenge is not just be positive in your outlook. Give more of yourself than you've ever done before. For 30 days. That's only 30 days, right? Give more of yourself than you've ever done. I just explained my business to you. Every day we give more to our customers than we did yesterday. I insist. I decide. And that's how I live. My staff must live the same way. Otherwise, you are fired. If you're a contractor, you don't get it, you're fired too. You know, so let's work on giving more of ourselves, doing more than ever before. That's what's going to give us the life we want. That's what's going to give us the results we want, both in our bold idea and also financially. And, you know, in everything else we want, love, admiration, respect, all the authority, all those things that we want in life. Be willing to do more for the next 30 days than you've ever done before. When I keep saying 30 days, I don't mean, you haven't got to start tomorrow. If you don't know, unless you're committed to your bold idea, unless you're committed to your big idea, don't do it. Don't wind yourself up. But if you really are committed, the price you have to pay is simply write down what you want to do, what you want to achieve, you know, and do what the mindset principles tell us. Visualize, live the vision of your bigger, bold idea coming to life. You know, think positively at all times, and then be willing to give more of yourself, do more for others, do more than you've ever done before. You know, those are the simple steps, my friends. That's the price you have to pay. That's the price. You know, as Nightingale says, no matter what your job, do it as you've never done it before for the next 30 days. And if you've kept your goal before you every day, you wonder and marvel at this new life you found, and you'll find a new life, I assure you. A new level of joy, a new level of success. Yes, we're willing to sacrifice our money and our health, but essentially do more, serve more when it comes to your bold idea. And there's someone called Dorothy Brand put it quite well. She says, act as though it is impossible for you to fail. That's what I ask you for the next 30 days. Let's do it. Let's see where we are in 30 days. I'm sure I'll be here, that's for sure. You know, I'm here every 2 weeks, right? You know, but literally put yourself through the challenge. And then let's talk about it. So I'll bring it back as a topic. You know, even if I just invite all of use on stage, you know, Cyrus, Matt, and Nikki. And maybe Lewis as well. Come and share. And if you're watching on replay, my friends, the challenge is open to you too, right? You know, engage. Do you want to transform your life? Do you want to pay the price that it really takes? Write your goal down. Live your goal every day. Visualize, dream, imagine. Imagine. When you do get there, and then just keep on the positive trail. And then more like the last thing is give more than you've ever given before, either towards your goal or towards the task that you're doing. You see the transformation in your life. That's the real price that we have to pay. Many people are willing to do that. Nikki, Matt, Cyrus, what do you want to now? What's your thought? Are you going to do the challenge?
Thank you for asking, and that is something that I honestly try to live by day to day. And so, yes, I'm going to do the challenge because I absolutely believe in it. And then, so here's something else too, right? I suggest that you challenge your mindset, not just during this period, but this period would be a great time if you haven't done it before. Challenge your mindset as to why you give the way that you give and serve the way that you serve. And I say that because if you only think about money as the goal, you will probably always be disappointed because you may never find that satisfaction. You may never really be fulfilled in that satisfaction, because when will enough be enough when that is your foundation? So I say, challenge your mindset. Where are you coming from in your service? And see if you're coming from in the background, if scarcity is part of your foundation, your foundational thinking and how you serve.
I'll take that. Matt was saying it earlier. Looking at where we're coming from, looking at whether we are on the right thing for us. I think that it helps to gain clarity on what's driving us, right? But now, even despite even with asking yourself that question, Nikki, I think if we embark on giving more every day, building that muscle to give more, to have more impact, to serve more people. Don't forget, Nikki, that the money comes when we serve more people, right? With better solutions. I'm saying if that's if you can get that to drive you, I'll take it. Whatever's gone before, I'm happy to start again afresh. Just for this 30 days, just focus on giving more, whatever it is you give, doing more, helping more, being nicer, being of service more, right? After 30 days, I'd say I think we'll be amazed at how far we'll go, how far we'll move towards our bold idea and towards the life that we want. I truly believe that's where we're going to end up. Matt, what's your thinking? And I'm going to come 100%. To you, Cyrus. You're still there. Go on. Sorry, Matt.
100%. Very bottom point. Benefit for all, not just the few, right? And that comes from what you were saying before, in the sense that loving customers, but also staff. And might give you a little pointer. Stop firing people, hire the right people. That's the clue to that one. But by the by, I write things down, not in the sense of scribble on a piece of paper. I write them down on my backgrounds and I share them with people. And those are not pie in the sky. They're not dreams. They're not things that I think are wonderful ideas that would be nice to happen in the future. They are reality that is coming, because the alternative is that the world fails, right? because it's either going to be for the better or it's going to be for the worse. And I'm not prepared to settle. I'm not prepared to stand by and accept that it will be for the worse for people. I am here with my purpose to make the world a better place for people. And that's why you know some of the people who work with me, you know some of the things that you have done for me in the past and just recently even. And the way that you're thinking about what I originally showed you about potential of the way that the world was going, or at least in the sense of the UK was going. And those things are in many ways quite true now, right? And yet there is still this thing, there's still this belief, there is still this action, there is still everything that can change. And that is what I am going to do over the next 30 days. And I already have written down the bold ideas, and there are more, but they're demonstrated by the globes, not just by the writing on the screen. And that every day I look at them and every day I think about them, and I have done for many, many years, right? But now is the time for those things. And now I want to say thank you for reminding me that now is the time for those things. So thank you.
I've achieved my goal today. I really have. You know, so and I work on one person seeing things a bit differently than before they join the room. I'll take it, you know, one person at a time. It's all right. Matt, thank you so much. You know, again, I say, you know, even if you're watching on replay, so please, you know, take part. You know, do this 30-day challenge. Write your bold idea down. So look at it every day and look at it throughout the day. Looking at it, make it the thing you think about the most. And believe you me, you know, ideas will come to you and things will come to you just by doing that alone. But if you take action to take more steps towards that bold idea than you ever have, actually do things to go in the right direction. You can't lose. The only thing you can do, you know, is win more of the life that you want. Michelle says, I'm able to selflessly give and serve others without second thoughts. I had to learn to give more to myself, to love myself more than I loved others. Yeah, of course. And I can't disagree with that at all. You have to love yourself more than you love others. But your love for the people that you're here to serve is unimaginable, right? It's humongous. It's immeasurable almost. Cyrus, are you still there? Oh, okay, I can't.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
You know, so what's this 30-day challenge, my friend? Are you in?
Yes, I am in. I started it as of 2 days ago. But because it's a secret project, I can't explain the ins and outs of it because the two people are involved in it.
Yeah, no, I don't need to know the ins and outs as long as you know, I know that 30 days from now, when we meet again, the conversation will be it will be amazing. It's
a life-changing project for these two people I've started, and two of the people who are really close to my heart and in what I do and in what I believe in, and just contributing to their business.
Awesome. You know, that's brilliant. You know, again, you know, you've all cheered me up. You know, Nikki coming on the stage has cheered me up as well. You know,
glad to hear that.
Come to my events. Can I come and see what we do?
I just want to say thank you for the great show as well. And it's your events are always educational. I learned. Thank you.
No, thank you for your kind words. I'll say, you know, look, I only ever share what I learn, and my thing is, I think the mindset conversation, the mindset principles, they're not that hard to learn. It's whether we're willing to learn and apply them. That's when I learn something, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tell the world, because those little steps can make a huge bit of difference to everyone. You know, and I'm blessed to be around superstars. You know, superstars who do amazing things. That's what you my friends are, right? Those in the audience, those on stage. You know, thank you so much for gracing us with your genius. And I look forward to us thriving and serving more people in the 30 days ahead. You know, in case you missed it, my friends, it's not rocket science. Write down your goal. Look at it every day. When you look at it with positivity. and don't let fear or negativity enter your mind. And also do more for the next 30 days than you've ever done. Do more to serve people than you've ever done. Do more in your job than you've ever done. Do more in your personal life than you've ever done. And you'd be amazed what a great life you're suddenly going to have. I mean, hopefully you're going to carry that on beyond the 30 days. Thank you so much, everyone. You've made my day, Cyrus. Now, when I do this show, that was what I wonder what's going to be, right? But thanks to friends like you, it's always a great show. Do connect with Dr. Leslie. She talked about 6 basic fears, and poverty is one. If you cheat others for money, the universe takes notes. The returns will be a big negative hit. You've earned when you least expect it. Pretty true, right? And what goes around comes around, my friends. So I'm going to talk about the law of compensation in one of my Being Your Authentic Self of Business rooms. So tomorrow I'm talking about empathy. What is empathy? How do we develop it? And
nice.
Are there downsides to empathy? Can we be too empathetic? Can we? So do join me, because I'm going to invite you. Of course I am. Hopefully you can join and add to the conversation. Look, if anyone's got anything you want to say before we go, please feel free.
I do, just for one moment, Annie. Sorry. So if anybody would like to take a look at my most recent post, I have a friend who is in Kenya and has an acute case of leukemia, and I've put that I am looking for a particular plant because I cannot get access to that in the UK. It comes from China and Taiwan specifically. A couple of people have given me some roots possibly to that, but I am still looking for a definitive answer about that. I am eternally grateful to the people that have given me some information and some connections for that. But if anybody would like to try and represent some miracle to my friend, just please have a look at that post, see if it is something that you can help to understand, facilitate, connect me to somebody. And I would be eternally grateful for that.
What's the name of the plant?
Let me get that. It's not an easy thing, Jenny. 1 second. I shall go to my posts.
So I'll come to you next, Nikki. No, I have to access that. Oh no.
So I am looking for. She basically has acute myeloid leukemia, and the plant is called. I'm not going to say this very well, but Euphorbia formosana. Anybody to look at my posts. It is literally, I very much want to help this person. Whilst I was in hospital in Kenya, she helped me.
Copy and paste the name of the plant, please, into the comments. Is that what we have a hope?
My account is not connected to StreamYard. That's why I don't join in the chat. It's not because I'm ignorant to that. It's just that.
You can put it in LinkedIn.
Yeah, no, go to the event page on LinkedIn in the comment section there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in there. Okay.
Yeah, put it there. That way, listen, we have a hope of remembering. Look, if you don't ask, you don't get, right? And if anyone does know, do connect with Matt for sure. Nikki, please, what's your last word for us in terms of paying the price?
That sounds very ominous, Danny.
Well, first of all, thank you again for having me up. And my last words for paying the price would be continue to believe in yourself, serve with your heart, and to believe in the results from your efforts, consistent efforts.
Yeah, consistent, disciplined, and focused efforts for sure. But the belief is everything, my friends. If you don't believe, we don't do. We're not persistent. We don't believe something. We don't believe we're going to get the results we want, the impact we want. We're not going to carry on doing it. We don't believe in the 30-day challenge, how it might change our lives. We're not going to bother doing it. So I'm saying that consistency and everything that we do to succeed requires unending faith. I agree with you, Nikki, on that one. True belief, true faith is everything. Yeah, okay. I see why you do EFW is much easier.
Mm. But nobody knows what that is, right? No, just EFW.
What's the W part?
I presume that it's to do with the hot water, like infusion or extraction.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I've learned something, so I'll take that away for sure, right? Because you wonder
Have a
what's
look
the
at it's very informative about leukemia and stuff like that. Disease that really shouldn't exist in our world today. And Henry, I'm hoping to have a chat with Henry soon. And John has been helping me and a few other people. So yeah.
Yeah, no, me too. And I've got enough friends in Africa. I'm sure someone would know about the plant.
This is from China, specifically Taiwan. There may be other things. It's just that my research has led me to this particular plant.
It sounds magical. It sounds magical. I gotta say, and I'm not a great fan of chemo and radiotherapy for cancer because they really kill you quicker than saving you. Mr. Bonavinote, what is your last word today, my friend?
Okay. All right. So my last word for tonight's session is if you've done something in your personal life, in your business, whatever you've done, and you didn't get the results that you wanted, and you felt kind of discouraged, I'm going to share with you that I am the king of failing because I've failed a lot in my life. So you name it, and I've failed at it. And well, it doesn't always work out, right? So you have to keep trying and find a new angle. Life is full of second chances. Life full of chances, and the best ones are the second chances. And sometimes you get more chances. And I'm leaving this as a message to people who are watching this on replay. If you missed this show, don't worry about it. You are catching up now. You're watching it now. So remember, there's always second chances, as long as you keep trying.
A beautiful message. Again, failing is only when you stop, right? Failure is only when you give up and you call quits. Whereas everything else, like as Michelle's slide showed earlier, failure, it's a process, my friends. But acknowledging what's happened, investigating where we could do something different, something better. We learn, we understand, realign, and then we evolve and then go again, right? And that's what failure really looks like. Look, my friends, thank you so much for spending your time with me. So I'm back here again in 2 weeks' time, but I've got my show tomorrow. So being your authentic self in business, we're talking about empathy. Can you be too kind? Can you? I don't know. I'll tell you what I think tomorrow. If you've got ideas, please come and share it with us. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much, everyone. I say bye. Enjoy your evening. You take care, everyone. So I'm going to play my Go music and say bye to everyone. Bye, everyone.
Every step forward is a new beat to your drama. She's success with Global.Media.com. And celebrate it with or without champagne or rum. She's success with Global.Media.